Hey, Lee Saunders here with Century 21 Soren Associates and the very important part of the team, Jennifer Richardson.
Hello.
We're going to talk a little bit about your real estate agent.
Definitely. So Lee, tell me, first of all, what do you think is one of the most important qualities that a real estate agent should have?
There's three answers, of course, typical for me. One is that agent is asking the right questions, seeking to understand the situation. The second thing I think is that the agent has to really care about the outcome of the client. They have to put their needs ahead of theirs. And then the last thing, which is challenging but getting a good handle on it, is not being attached to an outcome. So for example, if I show you and your husband a property and you guys love it and we go under contract, but there's something that's not right about the property and we decide to terminate contract, I think it's important that I'm not attached to us purchasing the property. I'm attached to you purchasing the right property for you. Oftentimes we find ourselves in a situation where we have to terminate contract because it's the best thing to do for the buyers, and the buyers are reluctant to do so because of maybe their allegiance to the agent. That's not what the job is. My job is to understand what you need, to care about what you need, and only serve those needs with no attachment to the outcome.
Tell me also, why are using the services of a real estate agent important in the first place?
Number one is, if you're a first-time home buyer, I do a great job of explaining the process and really shepherding from contract to close. Here's what this is, here's what this means, here's why we do this, here's what you can expect. Great communication and letting you know where you're at. So first-time home buyers, lots of education. And the second one is, if it's someone doing a resale, they're moving up to a larger property or moving down to a smaller property or relocating from different areas, and they maybe have a property that they're contingent. They have to sell this property to purchase the other one. That's doubly troublesome because now listing agent has to list the property and represent their best interest and try to get the most they can for the property. And then conversely, when we're helping them purchase, we want to make sure they receive a good value, and managing two contracts at the same time in concert. And then the third thing is for investors. Investors, they're savvy, they know what they're doing, there's typically no contingencies. However, they need to know timing and really locally what's going on in the market. Out-of-town investors require a different set of skills, and that has a lot to do with the timing, values, and how we can best serve their real estate needs.
For sure, and I feel like you do a really good job of all three of those categories. For
yeah,
sure.
I learned a lot.
Awesome. Finally, tell me, what is the biggest misconception about what a real estate agent does?
I think that the biggest misconception is that we put a sign in the yard and it sells itself. We chase the sale. I sit with clients often and I say, we don't just put a sign in the yard, we're chasing after it. Average days on market is typically just under 100 days on market. My average is under 50 days on market, and that's because we chase after it. You know it. Every day we're making phone calls, we're talking about the property, we use professional photographs, pre-listing inspections as needed. We're not waiting to sell your house, we're chasing to sell your house.
Sure.
We don't wait for it to happen, we make it happen.
About a misconception with buyers, as far as a buyer's agent role.
Yeah.
What do you think that most people feel like a buyer's agent does on a day-to-day basis?
This is kind of tongue-in-cheek, but it's not just showing homes and carrying a handbag.
Yeah.
I mean, holy smokes. We talked about understanding the needs of the client, understanding the market, listening to them, and sometimes hearing them when they don't even know what they're looking for, and really working in their best interest. So it's not a lot of martini lunches. Mm-hmm. It's really hard work. There's a reason I wear comfortable shoes, because we're working over here.
I'm walking here! I'm walking here!
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I did want to ask you a question. Could I ask you a question?
Yeah,
Is
sure.
that okay?
Absolutely.
The good old one-off?
Yeah.
What's the coolest thing that you think we've ever done for clients?
Oh man, we do so many cool things for our clients. I think that I'm just going to say a lot of the things that we do. So one of my most recent favorite things that we've done for our clients is we do a client appreciation event.
Yeah.
And so of course what that is we treat our clients to food and drink somewhere local, and just really get to know them on a personal level after closing. We're so focused on the closing and getting everything from contract to close and getting everybody home, and that's great, but I think how we stand out from other real estate agents is that our relationship does not end at the closing table.
I agree.
And that we do a really good job of making sure that they feel special throughout the process, and even after doing seasonal pot buys, things for Halloween and Christmas and Valentine's Day and all these things. It's really special for me personally, and I know it is for you, to be able to follow up with our clients, you know, especially if maybe they're buying a house because their family's growing, and then we get to go and see them after they've had the baby and get to meet the new baby. You know,
do you know the Lewises are having a boy? Did you see that?
I know they're having a boy. That's
it's
awesome.
a boy. They thought it was a girl.
That's adorable.
So that is really,
it's
you
really
know,
special.
long hours in early, working on Saturday and Sundays. That's really the great value, I think, in being in this industry, is that we meet great clients. We have great service providers, and we keep them. When we say we keep the clients, you know, we treat them as if they're ours, our families, our spouses, our friends, and we keep them. That's one of my favorite things. Winning, baby. Yep. All right. Hey, Leigh Saunders, Century 21, Jennifer Richardson. If you have any real estate needs, we're happy to serve those for you.
Absolutely.
Have a great day.